The Australian government continues to let the gas industry and not science set Australia's agenda on climate action. Recently, Chris Bowen, Minister for Climate Change and Energy, gave the first annual climate change statement to Parliament. You'd probably expect this to address the cause of climate change, burning fossil fuels. But the statement, while full of enthusiasm for the green energy transition and the urgency of climate action, completely sidestepped the fact that the government's own projections show that fugitive emissions from fossil fuel production are going to increase to 2030. Disappointingly, a progress report that was released with the minister's statement suggests that the best way to reduce emissions from fossil fuels is not to stop approving them, but that emissions from fossil fuel production can just be offset or stored underground. It's a really nice idea, but it's not an excuse to keep pumping CO2 into the atmosphere. Research by the Australia Institute and others has shown that it rarely works anyway. Carbon capture and storage has missed every target set for it globally. And as for offsets, relying on trees to suck carbon from fossil fuels out of the atmosphere completely ignores the fact that trees themselves are increasingly burning down as climate change intensifies. So where's the government getting this advice from? It came from the Climate Change Authority, a statutory agency that is legislated to give the government independent expert climate advice. The world's independent experts have said repeatedly and in no uncertain terms that if we're to have any chance of staying within 1.5 degrees of global warming, we have to abandon fossil fuels as a matter of urgency. So why is the CCA's expert advice about techno fixes and offsets instead of getting to the real issue? That Australia is opening up new gas basins and there are currently 114 new gas and coal projects in development. At face value, it seems it could have something to do with the concerning number of industry connections on the board of the CCA. 4 of the CCA's board members have direct links to the carbon offset or fossil fuel industries. This includes the Chair, Grant King, who's not only the former boss of Origin Energy, he's currently also the chair of Australia's largest carbon offset developer. Our research shows that Australians want better than this from our government and its advisory bodies. 3 in 4 Australians agree that the Climate Change Authority should be mandated to give advice based on best practice climate science. 3 in 4 Australians also agree that the Climate Change Authority should be chaired by a climate scientist. It's clear that what Australians want is climate action based on the best science from independent experts. But the government's got a long way to go before Australians can be assured that we're actually getting it. This includes keeping fossil fuels in the ground and keeping industry interests out of our policies.